Yeah, hello and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana at the moment is moving into the intended direction, which is currently up. We've covered it yesterday. We had 3 short-term entry points, potential entry points here most recently. None of them broke. No, I don't think any of them broke. So really good to see that Solana's price is following the Fibonacci levels. That doesn't mean it couldn't break at some point, but we've now actually fulfilled the minimum requirements of the move to the upside. So now it's again time to be on the side of caution maybe. The idea was that, yeah, we could get one more extension higher here in wave 3, which we did. We then said possibly this wave 3 is now over. We saw 3 waves down, which we call an A wave of a larger ABC structure. Then we said, okay, possibly this B wave can start or could have started. It might be quite a high B wave. I don't see much evidence for that at this stage due to the subdivisions. Okay, we would need to get some serious extensions now because we nearly have 5 waves up already. And the C wave that is moving in this B wave needs to be a 5-wave move. And it basically is already. Okay, I think we slightly broke above the previous high now. So it's technically already a complete 5-wave move, but it's too short. That last 5th wave is too shallow, too short to be reliable. So ideally, I'd like it to push higher. And we talk about possible targets here in this video. Then, of course, the next question is, as soon as we have completed minimum requirements, does this extend? The trend reversal areas here have certainly done their job and ideally helped you find some good entries. Even though I say, it's typically not recommended for most people to try to trade these micro movements. But anyway, it would have worked. It's just that always be aware, we just try to look for the best setups, not like, trading a 5th wave just for the sake of trading it. It's always about risk and reward. Surely it can extend, but it doesn't need to. There's literally, not much more it really needs to do to fulfill structurally everything it needs to do. So we've got 5 waves already. It's just a bit too shallow to be reliable, that 5th wave of the C wave, to complete the B wave. What happens after the B wave? Well, the B wave is obviously an ABC structure. A and B already complete. C wave may be nearly complete. As soon as this B wave is done, we should see a C wave to the downside. That could very much be followed by Bitcoin's wave 2 correction that we've been talking about, okay? Bitcoin also in the last steps of its rally there surely can extend to 41, maybe even 42K, but the risk increases significantly now that we get a deeper pullback in wave 2. So far, it's following still the micro analysis. Solana does that as well, but then that deep pullback should follow. So I'm watching for that, yeah. Not yet. Can still push a little higher. Also, Bitcoin can still push a little higher. Now, what I wanted to do is to talk to you about the projections that we're dealing with. So if we say, right, we measure the length of this A wave, then we go to the low of that B wave here. And the really also Fibonacci wise, the minimum expectation is here the 100% extension level, $62.40. Fib wise, okay. So pay attention to that. That's not even within the standard resistance zone for this B wave. It's even before that, but technically it would have fulfilled all the requirements. So 5 waves up in wave C, and the 1-to-1 ratio is an ideal target of a C wave, okay? So pay attention to that. So if we take that out again, then the next levels to watch are 64.30, 66.16, and 68.31. Yeah, also up there around $68, $69, yeah, up there, we've got an overlap between the 1.618 extension and the 100% retracement level. So there's an overlap of Fib levels. So yeah, we're now entering a Fibonacci resistance zone. Also, there is some structural resistance here around $62. And yeah, just be aware, it's currently following the analysis. And if we go to the 30-minute chart, we might even be able to calculate a target more precisely. There are always different ways of how you can calculate targets with fibs. But if we take the length of waves 1 through 3, go to the end of that wave 4, then again, 2 levels to watch, the 38.2 extension, which is basically here where we are now. Again, that's a bit too shallow to be reliable. So I'd rather go to the next one at $64. But all of that is sort of, you know, there's a bit of a cluster there of key levels. So $63.90 is another one that we should really watch. There isn't really the one level, but what we do typically is when we have a wave that's on the move, we can take a look at the micro support. So what is now the level that really needs to hold for further continuation? Yeah, well, at the moment, this move is too small to really give you a reliable micro support level. I would simply use yesterday's low. So I would say we can reach these extension levels as soon as yesterday's swing low there is holding. And it's here at around $58.60. I think that move is not significant enough to, because we haven't even had a sustained break above the previous highs. When we get a little bit of movement, then we can probably use the 50% retracement level as micro support. But for now, it's just doing what it's supposed to be doing. Would be great to maybe get closer to or even enter that red resistance zone. I think that's what I'm primarily looking for, at least a more healthy wave 5. And then obviously once this wave 5 is in, the question is, okay, you know, is this already all of wave C within B? Or is this just a larger wave 1 of wave C? We get a wave 2 pullback of wave C. We do a wave 3 of C, 4, 5. I don't necessarily see that as highly likely. Can I rule it out? No, because the A wave was a 3-wave move down here, A, B, C. It includes the potential for an aggressive B wave. That's absolutely possible. Or even, and that's probably even more likely to be honest, what I label here as A, B, C. Surely that could be all of B, but it could just be the larger A wave within B. Then we get a B wave and then a C. That's probably more likely, right? And then this forms the B wave, just a larger ABC. So anyway, I will keep you updated about the latest developments. Bottom line is, can still push higher. No evidence that a top is in place. Should ideally still push higher. Trend reversal areas were respected. Let's see if it's respecting resistance as well. Yeah, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter. You can find additional tips and tricks around Elliott Wave, additional content, some updates, signals. Yeah, so feel free to check it out if you haven't done so. Links are in the video description. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.